Howdy, howdy, folks. A-Train here with you for another episode of Life is Feudal, Forest Village. Did you know if a disease breaks out, medicinal herbs can... Herbs. Herbie goes to Monte Carlo and all that. Medicinal herbs will help you. A herbalist can gather herbs deep in the forest, but to treat serious diseases, you will need a healer and a healer shop from the city buildings group. So, get you someone named Herb to go get medicinal herbs out of the forest, out of the medicinal herbs shack or whatever it is that you can build here.
That don't make no sense.
Hey folks, I hope you had a good week and hope you're doing well wherever you are. If you would, keep South Texas and the Houston area in your thoughts and prayers. They're still recovering from the effects of Hurricane Harvey. And so we wish those folks well down there in their recovery efforts. So a lot of people have died due to the flooding, and it's very unfortunate. So if you can, donate maybe to the Red Cross, the American Red Cross, redcross.org, or seek out other charities. Just make sure you do your research and that they're legit, and actually the money's going to help people in need. All right, so where are we here? Let's minimize this little hoopa-joop here, our message board. So Mirefield, we have 16 people, 10 adults, 5 kids, 1 baby, or adolescent, whatever. We're in early spring of year 3. We got some lumber, we've got some firewood from the winter we made through. We've got some building supplies, not a lot, but a sufficient amount to do a couple of things. We got fish, we got meat, we got lots of veggies, no fruits, and 1 loaf of bread. Bread, you start off with like a whole lot of bread. That's your emergency food supply. I don't know why it gets consumed if you've got other food, unless people are eating fish sandwiches or roast beef sandwiches or, I don't know, potato sandwiches, something. Let's see. What else do we have? We have hides and flax. That means we can make clothing. This is good. I think at the end of the last episode, we were discussing that very issue. Now, we do have over here a field which is set to grow potatoes, and we have another field that's going to grow grass. All right, so grass is used to make hay, and hay is used in building construction and because you make thatched roofs, and then it's also used, I think, with some of the farm animals, which we're not concerned with right now. So those are 2 good things to have. Because we're so small in population right now, we don't need to worry about orchards or anything else. All right, so this building here, this is a gatherer's hut, right? It's not a pizza hut. It's not a sunglass hut. It's a gatherer's hut. And as soon as things thaw out, we're getting close. We're at 21 degrees Fahrenheit. You can change the temperature settings, by the way, in the game menu between Fahrenheit and Celsius, because most of us Americans can't do the computation. I know it's times 9 divided by 5 plus 32, or times 5 divided by 9 minus 32, something like that. There's a 9, there's a 5, and there's either plus or minus 32 involved in going from one to the other. Let me see if I can think about that for a second. If you have 32 degrees Fahrenheit, which is freezing, that's 0 degrees Celsius, right? So, in theory, let's see, you would multiply 32 times, oh hell with it, look it up on the internet, you can figure it out. Anyway, let's see what else we've got out here hiding in the woods. We have a fisherman's wharf or lodge, and then we have a hunter's lodge out here. Where is our hunter's lodge? Is this it over here? And then we've got a forester. Oh wait, this may be the forester over here. You know what? If I use the Q and E keys. Oh, and I figured out how to change the damn thing. Look at that. It's moving quite smoothly now. I figured out how to change the turn speed. All right, so there's the forester's lodge where they chop down the trees, and right now that's what they're set to do. We've got 2 folks chopping down trees. We've got... Oh, it's hiding because it's covered with snow. There's the hunting cabin right there. That's a good insulation. If it's covered with snow, that's good. But that'll be freed up here in a bit. And then right over here we have the Lumberjack's Lodge. He's a lumberjack and he's all day. He sleeps all night and he works all day. All right. And right now we've got 2 folks working on that. We're going to allocate that back down to 1 shortly because with the amount of firewood we have, we're actually in pretty good shape. All right, housing wise, we've got a small house which holds 5, another small house which holds 5, and a improved small house which holds 6. Thus, we have housing for all 16 of our occupants, our citizens, or what have you. Then we have our barn, which has most of our finished stuff, except for the hides. That's not really finished. And then the warehouse has all the building stuff, right? Okay. So what I think we're going to do here is we have 3 people available to do whatever. We have 1 person fishing, 2 hunting, 2 cutting down trees, and 2 people playing lumberjack. So they're singing the lumberjack song. Shall we?
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night, I work all day.
I don't know about you. I just can't get enough of that. It's just too much fun. Okay, so what we want to do here is as soon as the temperature rises above freezing, we're going to be able to activate these fields. Now, that said, realistically, this early in the game, you probably don't need to build fields, okay? You can do resource collection and gathering, and that will be good enough to feed your people, all right? So we're going to set this up across here. See, we're not getting much hay. That's why we are going to grow some grass to get us some hay.
Hey.
But this will get us some building materials. That's good. So let's get that rocking and rolling. So those 3 people will go out and start gathering things within that that area I just defined. So let's punch it, Chewy, and we're at 10 times speed. You can change the speed here using the GUI. Whoops, hello. Ooh, ow, boy, the sun got bright. Or you can use the number keys. That took us back down to 1 times speed. Then 2 is 2 times speed, 3 is 5 times speed, and 4 is 10 times speed. So that's almost ludicrous speed.
Prepare ship for light speed.
No, light speed is too slow.
Light speed too slow.
Yes, we're gonna have to go right to ludicrous speed.
But we don't want to get too crazy. Okay, temperature's coming up. The one thing I want to do this episode, I was going to do it last episode, but it didn't quite work out because we ran out of time, and I don't want these to be like way too long of episodes here. I want you to be able to get through them and things be good. Okay, so there's my concern. Now, see at the bottom left, it says tool reserves are low. We have 13 improved tools. We don't want to worry about janky tools. That's these here. You can make these if you just build a carpenter's lodge and gather wood or logs and stone, I believe is what's used to make those. We want the high quality tools, but there's a process to that. All right, look, the adolescent's grown up to be a teenager, so that's good. We're going to start getting some more adults, which means we're going to get more people into the workforce here pretty soon and be able to do more. All right, so high quality tools require several things. You've got to have ore. Okay, I'm going to actually scroll down here very carefully and pull up this. All right, so you've got to have ore. The ore goes to, wait. You've got to build a kiln. Yes. Okay, you got to build a kiln. A kilner who works at the kiln, boy, that makes sense, right? Baker works at the bakery. Takes firewood and turns it into charcoal. Now, they take the charcoal and raw ore go to the furnace to make cast iron. All right? Then the cast iron is used by the blacksmith along with logs to make high quality tools. Okay? Here's your cast iron right here. We have none of that. We have 13 high quality tools. Okay? So that's the process for making high quality tools. But right now, I'm a little more concerned with our people being cold. Now, I want them clothed. We have tools, we have no clothing for them. And their morale will go up, and thus their efficiency in work will go up if you clothe them properly. All right, so here's what I want to do. I'm going to go down here and collect wood, and I'm going to collect this stupid tree right here. Actually, so this tree is actually in the process of being collected. Now, why am I worried about that? Because it's in my way. I can't see. So what I'm going to do is go here, and this is the this button right here next to the speed controls. And I'm going to use this up arrow here, which is increase speed. And then you go somewhere on the map, and you can click on a building, or you can do what I'm doing here, and highlight some resources, and those will be collected first, or pretty quick, okay? So we're going to turn that off by right-clicking, and then we're going to punch it again. So hopefully someone's going to, or you could manually grab somebody and go over there and have them chop down the tree. And that would get it out of your hair, all right? So we're in early spring, we're at 28 degrees, temperature's coming up. Okay, there we go, good. Now, the one thing I'm looking for here is the thaw. And oh, we're getting a snowfall right here at the end. Oh, psych, it's snowing, but it's melting. Which, of course, the paths melt last. There we go. Now I can see what's going on. We're at 33 degrees. So, we're going to put somebody to work in the hayfield. And that means click right there. All right? So now somebody will go work on the hayfield. Oh, you know what? I could do something here and it would help increase the production. I don't think I want to deal with potatoes at the moment because, boy, I'm going to put one person out as gathering, and that will help those numbers. Oh, and now, to balance that out, I'm going to take one person off of chopping logs into firewood. Okay? So, what can we do over here to increase the production in our field? See, I'm looking through this tree here. Oh, by the way, if you right-click on the mouse and hold it, you can pan and zoom. You can zoom with the mouse wheel in and out. But you can pan around by holding, right-clicking and holding on the mouse and moving the mouse around, okay? Now, down here, under decorations, that's these little flag-looking things here. Off to the right side, you see all kinds of stuff, and I don't know what most of that does. We'll play around with that later. But you can get a scarecrow. Aha! What's a scarecrow do, A-Train? Well, it scares crows, of course. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this here scarecrow right past the opening for these fields. Now, if I narrow this up, there you go. Ooh, I even got it down to one square. Look at that, one tile. That's pretty slick right there. Now, do you see the yellow line flashing? Let me scroll out. Nuts. That's going to block our view. All right. The scarecrow has a radius of influence. And what it does is it scares off the birds so they don't bother your crops. And it improves your growth. All right? So, it improves growth and production. All right. So we're going to drop in the scarecrow right there. Now, I got to assign somebody to build the sucker. And so we'll do that. And we'll get rocking and rolling here, I think. Let me see if I can close out. Close out that menu. Now, we'll do that. Scroll back over here, because now I can see what's going on. All right. I want to build a... Man, this is a little bit goofy. Oh, you know what? No, actually, it's not too bad. All right, let me pause it here. And take a look at... Here comes the rain, of course. Right-click and see if I can kind of get a top overview here. Okay. We have a lot of logs, and that's good. So let's go down here to production. Resource gathering, excuse me. And we're going to build a blacksmith shop. Now, I'm going to see where it fits. It's going to... Oh, you know what? We don't need that road. That one was kind of goofy. So let me see if I can... Nope, don't want you there. Don't want you there. I want you to rotate this way. There we go. And you're not on the path. You're next to the path. That's good. And that's going to take 30, 50, 150, 90, 200 stone. All right, we've got people out gathering stone. So we'll deal with that. Okay, so there's going to be the blacksmith shop. And once we get that built, then building the kiln and the furnace, those are pretty quick and easy. Okay, they do take some stone, so we're going to need more stone for that. All right, so we've got people assigned to go out and gather stone. Let's see here. I'm going to actually pull one person. Oh, you know what? I'm going to pull a person off of chopping trees because I've kind of got people assigned to do that in the area where the Forester's Lodge is right up here anyway. And I kind of highlighted that area. There's a lot of stone and ore out there to be gathered. So people will be doing that deal. Okay. Is that a person right there? I think so. Maybe, maybe not. Where is everybody? Where? Oh, there. Uh-huh. That's somebody. Yeah, there's somebody. You're not doing anything. All right, watch this. Ahana. What's happening, Ahana?
How you doing?
All right. We're going to click on Ahana's face, the first person view. Now, see the little menu at the bottom? All right. Now, the only thing is you can't jump. I don't think you can jump out of pause. Maybe you can, and I'm just missing it. But the point of the exercise, if there were an animal in the village that we wanted to kill or we want to go out and hunt, you hit three pulls up your bow. Okay? And then you just you left click and that strings the bow and it creates this little arc so you can line up your target. Okay? And then we're going to cancel. But the key here is if you press 1, see the little horn looking thing? Listen to this. That will make your people work faster. Okay? So we're going to exit out now and we're going to punch it. And so the people will go faster because we tooted the horn. All right? So tooting your horn makes people work faster. That's a good thing. Okay. There's no road leading to the fishing hoopajoop. Let's fix that. Let me see, where's the stairs? Oh yeah, they're over here on the right side. Alright, there's the stairs. Let's go over here to roads. And build a dirt road. And we'll go right there. You can't get terribly close to it. It's kind of silly. Okay, there, that lines up. It lines up perfect. Alright, beauty. And we'll get one of our people to build that road there, and that will make things go faster. We're going to actually complete the path around the well, which will help make things go faster for the fisher person, because the fisherman or woman will run around there. Okay. So they've started building the road. They're bringing the supplies out for this. And they haven't brought the stone out yet. Stone is a bit of a concern. But we're gonna deal with it. Oh, it's kind of a wicked sounding storm, huh? I'm almost a little worried. Oh wow, that well would in theory become contaminated. We got one person building, we got 2 people gathering. Oh no, we may have to get some more people in here. In fact, I think we're gonna have to. The issue being we're gonna need to build more houses or upgrade a house, and really we can't upgrade a house until we have somewhere to put those people. Plus a lot of our building supplies are dedicated right now to the blacksmith shop because we want to keep everybody's tool productivity up with good tools. Anyway, we're going to get kids. We got 6 teenagers in the pipeline for becoming adults. All right, now see, now they're waiting on stone. So that kind of sucks. So let's see if we can find some more stone. Wherever you see that Z symbol, that's, indicating, yeah, I'm waiting on something, and so I'm kind of sleeping while I wait. All right, let's see if I can find some stone over here. Oh, there's a shite load. Yeah, word. There we go. Gather that sucker. Okay. So now as people come into the pipeline, in fact, we can take this builder off the job for now because we don't have stone. They can't do anything until we have stone, right? Thus, they would be more productive in going out to find stone and gather other resources. So that's kind of how you balance things out. All right. Wow, you know something? I totally got sidetracked there, didn't I? Total scope creep. I wasn't going to build a blacksmith shop this time, and I'm building a damn blacksmith shop.
Double dumbass on you!
Yikes. boy, did I not pay attention to what I wanted to do there. Why build a blacksmith shop when we have all the crap to build a... All right, hold up. Full stop. We're going to cancel this blacksmith shop because I didn't need tools yet. I was talking and I got sidetracked and started building. All right, we're going to cancel this. Okay. So put all that stuff back into supply. All right. And then what we're going to do is go over here to resource gathering. We're going to build a weaver's workshop. That's what we wanted to build. All right. Now we're focused because
you are stuck on stupid.
All right, that's looking at the front of it. Damn it, did a tree... Seriously? Oh, stupid tree. All right, here I can see now. Don't want to build it on the path. There we go. That looks like a good spot right there. Okay, so it says we don't have any ore. But the ore, I think, is just tied up right over there in the about to be aborted construction of the blacksmith shop. All right. Resume. All right, now I can allocate somebody to building because somebody's got to go move all that crap and clean up the mess I made because
you are stuck on stupid.
So now they'll haul all the stuff back from this build site back into the warehouse, and then they'll turn around and haul it from the warehouse to this build site. And it shows that, yeah, it's showing somebody allocated to build it. So this is good. All right, very good. We don't have anybody allocated to work the potato field yet, but we're getting some additional fruit and food in. I'm really waiting. I'm hoping one of these kids is going to grow up here real quick and be able to work. And they should pretty quick. We should have somebody coming in to adulthood here real soon. Now, so we won't get like a full year worth of production out of the field, but I think we have more than enough to not only make it through this year, but make it through the winter. Plus, they're gathering well. They were gathering fruit. The gatherer person is gathering fruit because that's what gatherers do, right?
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
So we're going to build a weaver's workshop so we can start making clothing with our hides and flax. That's what we need. Ah, somebody has grown up. Fantastic. Now we're going to allocate them. Oh, the zero what? Oh, you know what? This will do it. I could do it here at the field, but something looked odd there. All right, so now I got two people. There we go. Now I got one of one. All right, so now somebody will start working the potato field, and that will help with our food production. I think we're going to have another couple of kids, teenagers, pop up here pretty soon. Now we're getting the supplies moved over here for construction. And we're going to get our weaver's workshop built. Meanwhile, we've got quite a bit of food. We've got tons of potatoes, vegetables. We've got a sufficient amount of meat I'm pretty happy with. And our hunters are still bringing in pretty good amounts of stuff and what have you. All right? So we're getting some crappy weather, though. All right, there's trees coming down. This is good. We just got to get the stone over here, and we got plenty of stone. And then, another kid grew up. You know what? I'm not seeing the updates in real time because this thing probably has to be scrolled down. Yeah, there it is. Started the building construction. Let me grab this and just scroll it down. There we go. Pithy. And Pithy have grown up. All right, and Pithy, get to work. All right, so the weaver's workshop is in progress, and then we're going to put a weaver to work. This is, I want to venture to say it's a good winter activity because you have all your farmers out in the fields during the summer. That's a lot of your manpower gets eaten up that way. So when winter comes around, it's good to allocate the farmers from the fields and the orchards into, say, the mines and making clothing. All right, that's I think a good way to balance your workforce out and keep your supplies moving during their proper seasons, right? So you get people out of the gatherers' huts, out of the fields and the orchards, and you put them into making clothing, work in the blacksmith shop. The only thing about the blacksmith shop is that charcoal, in addition to firewood, is used to heat homes and used for cooking. So you kind of have to play a little game. And that is, you've got to keep the... Oh, Ruben is up and ready to work. Fantastic. All right, Ruben, welcome to the workforce. Get to work. I'm going to have Ruben go fish. And then I'm actually going to allocate somebody else to gathering here, too. Because I want to get that number of fruits up. Because we're in late summer now, and, you know, we're never... You just cannot have enough food. Speaking of food, let's take a look at vegetables. Okay, no, that won't do it. Go. Maybe it will. There will be a limit on food, right? Oh, you know what? Here we go. I know where to find it. You click on a field or on like the Hunter's Lodge. Really? I closed you out. Come on. Click. Thank you. All right. So what we'll do is we'll click on this field. Now, this number right here. Oh wait, that's grass. It's on a field though. Let's go to potatoes because then we'll be sure. Okay. This number right here with the plus or minus by it, that's the total amount of not just potatoes but food that you can have in storage. Okay. So I had this bite me. I started another village because I just wanted to be able to play the game without necessarily making videos and test some things out and get myself back up to speed on how to play this. All right, so this number is for all food. So that includes fish, meat, bread, fruits, vegetables, pies, okay? So, because I had set this number down thinking, oh yeah, I only want like 1,000 vegetables or what have you, or 2,000 vegetables. Well, when you put all the fish and meat together and all those numbers, they equal 2,000. And my people weren't pulling stuff out of the fields fast enough. Now, I'm going to have them, it's 60 degrees. I'm going to have them go ahead and start pulling the field. Because it's in the fall, the temperature's starting to drop, and we want to make sure we get this field harvested before it gets too late. All right, so our weaver's workshop is done. We're going to reallocate the builder to the weaver's workshop. And so we're going to get some clothes made. And the people will appreciate that as we go into winter, as the temperature drops and whatnot. Now, you can also see that the amount of tools has fallen off. All right, Tegan is up and ready to work. All right, let's take a quick gander here at where we stand because we're in the fall now. And the stupid storm is going on. Just soon get through the storm. Let me go ahead and zip back through the... Yeah. Come on. Get us through the storm. We've got a lot of firewood saved up. We've got quite a bit of logs. Actually, we're really, I think, pretty well balanced right now. Once that grass is in, and I think it's in, now they're saying that it's ready to go. 91, 93, go ahead and pull that stuff. Get it out of the fields. Let's go. Get that stuff in. It will keep growing. They'll keep reseeding and it will keep growing. And you need to get it collected. And then you need to reallocate that person to a different job that's more efficient for your village. Okay? Now once we get into daylight here, this is good. Hey, no rain. Oh, we had a pretty sunrise. That was nice. We had a beautiful morning in Dallas here this morning. It was 68 degrees when I walked outside. I'm recording this on September 1st. Anybody who lives in Texas, especially North Texas, that's chilly. For this time of year, we've had a mild summer. It's been really nice. We've only had a few days above 100 degrees. We've had a few over 90, but it hasn't been unbearably hot. And even though we were up close to 90 today, and we're going to be in the high 80s the next few days, that's like 5 to 8 degrees below normal for this time of year for us. And for the temperature at night to be in the 60s, that's awesome. And it's only going to get cooler. This is like our fall, and usually we don't get temperatures like this until October. So we're a month ahead of schedule on fall in North Texas, and it's fantastic. I love the fall. Football weather, college football kicks off. Well, it has kicked off, but my team plays its first game tomorrow night. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide, Roll Tide. And so I'm excited about that. All right. So where do we stand here? We have a lot of logs, okay? And we're going to pan out. You can see there's a little bit of clearing going on over here around the Forester's Lodge, but not everything, okay? Having one person do it has been good because it brings in a sufficient number of logs, but it doesn't totally clear out the forest in super short order. If you put 2 people on there, it'll clear it out pretty quick. We've got ore, we've got stone. Clay we're in a little short supply of. We've got a lot of firewood. So before it gets too cold, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this person off of cutting firewood, and that will let them help. I got 2 people gathering, but that will help them get out and maybe collect a little bit more building materials that we're going to be able to use next time. So let me just grab the thing here and collect all resources. Now, we've already done this for part of this area. The numbers you see coming up now is stuff that hasn't been collected or previously tagged for collection. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and tag that, and hopefully they will haul butt, because what you don't want to do is have your people too far away from home in winter and they get hypothermia and die. That's bad. All right? But we're up to 14 adults and two teenagers, which means we're moving along nicely with our population. So what we may need to do here is look at building another house. I kind of like that idea. And I think I kind of want to put it in right behind this house here. I'm going to go to up the priority, and we'll up the priority of collecting stuff in that area so that hopefully I can see where to build the house. All right, we'll go back to warp speed. We'll click this off. So hopefully they're going to take this tree down, because I'm thinking I'm going to build it on the backside of this house. And I don't know if I want to make roads facing each other or opposing. I don't know. All right, so you can hear the trees falling down. This is good. So we're not going to... Okay, let me come up here, get a top-down view, and select this dirt road here. Now, between the houses, see it's red there, it's green there. Oh, damn it, here comes the snow. Crap. Okay. It's green, it's green. Oh, we've got room for double road here. This is good. But, damn it, I wanted to get this done before it snowed over. Can we get a quick thaw? Oh, no, I don't think we're going to get a quick thaw here. All right, we're in late fall. So let's pause. Let me turn off the road construction here real quick. Clear this out. And come over here, because our gatherers now are done. Once you're below freezing, your gatherers can no longer gather, and your farmers can no longer farm. All right, so where are we? We're below freezing. We got 321 fish, 415 meat. That's good for only having 16 people. That's a good number. 27 fruit, 1,762 vegetables. That's a lot. A lot of vegetables. So we've got well in excess, we've got about 2,500 food. And that's a lot for 16 people. All right. So I'm quite happy with that number. We currently don't have any clothing available, but we're working on it. The other thing, you know what? We're going to come back and we're going to build the blacksmith shop now, because we have the materials to do it. Blacksmith shop. All right, it's still not oriented the direction I want it to be. We're going to put it right next to the Lumberjacks Lodge, so we're going to turn it, that's the spot where we want it. Rotate it that way. And El Plapo. Now, not only that, once it gets built, then we'll worry about, we got to put some people on building. We'll put 2 people on building. We're going to put an extra person on fishing, an extra person on hunting, and we're going to go ahead and allocate another person back over. Oh, someone just grew up, so that's good. Put someone else on firewood. And remember, we've got other people still out collecting food and stuff. Trees and stuff. Now, we got an autosave coming on here. All right, see how this is kind of getting cleared out in this area? We're gonna stop cutting the trees, and we're gonna go back into planting mode. All right, we've got other people allocated to actually cut down trees, so they can handle that. But in the interim, I want to plant trees so we keep that forest pristine. During the wintertime, it's a good time to plant trees, and then they grow up by spring and then summer, and then you'll have enough that you can harvest the trees, and you get some good log numbers out of it, and you'll have those available to turn into firewood as you go into the fall, and that way you have firewood for the winter. You see how the cycle kind of works there? All right. This tree still hasn't been cut. This tree has got to be worth a frickin' ton of, well, shoot. I can't. I said go chop down this tree. Right here. That one. Yes. That is the tree I want chopped down.
You should have respected my authority.
Chop, 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 Colonel Hogan. Okay, so we're running out of tools, but we're getting clothing. This is good. Trying to watch that. Well, no, not that much. All right, so this is almost done. Yep, this will be done here in just a minute. As soon as it's done, then we're going to reallocate people. Actually, we're going to keep 2 builders ready. Oh, good. All the kids have grown up now, so we got everybody in the workforce. Thus, we need to look at increasing our population, and we'll do that here probably in our next episode. All right, so you see what you need here? You need logs, ore, and cast iron, okay, to make high-quality tools. All right, so we're going to turn that off. We're going to pause here for a second. All right, we got plenty of everything but clay. Clay is not looking too great. Let's come over here to resource gathering. And we're going to build a kiln. We're going to put it right next to the blacksmith shop. Kind of, sort of. Maybe. Am I? Maybe? Really? You know what? We're going to actually leave a gap of 1 tile, I think. And that way we can kind of run a road down the backside of those 2 things. Yeah, I like that. So this puts, you want to put stuff on the road because then your people move faster. All right, so there's the kiln, which turns firewood into charcoal. And then we need a furnace. And we can't, okay, you can kind of see, here we go. All right, this thing is not very big. It's only like 4x4 or 3x3 if you push it back. All right, so there you can see where the leading edge is. So now we know we're up against the road. And now I can kind of see the green. I'm going to roll it just a little bit forward. A little bit more. There. Okay, that'll do. That minimized the footprint. Okay? And then we can close this menu out. And we can go back to Warpus Speedum. Alright, how are we looking? Resources are looking good. We're going to put... we need...
Clay. Bill, clay.
The only thing is, to get clay, we're going to need more timber. And so, what I'm going to do is back the view out here. And we are going to... stop. Really, early on, you probably don't need a Forester's Lodge. Because the key to Forester's Lodge, it really lets you replant the trees. And they'll come back quicker. Alright? So we're going to kind of try to get some of this lumber over here. Okay, the kiln is complete. That's good. But again, the trick in wintertime with the kiln, all right, if you just make charcoal and you let that go into the warehouse or the barn and sit, your villagers will come along and take it to their houses to heat their houses and cook their food. And you don't want that. You want them to use firewood. You want the furnace to get the charcoal. And I don't know how to stop that. So that's a little bit of a catch-22. The thing I will typically do is maybe build a second kiln and just have them manned. But anytime you're running the kiln, you always have somebody at the furnace, because that way there's at least a chance that they'll go get it, right? Because if nobody's allocated, then nobody's going to get it, all right? So now this person's going to go get that. And since we've got the extra person standing, well, doing whatever, then we're going to put somebody on each. The key here now is to make cast iron. That's what we want. All right. See how they're snoozing because they don't have any resources for production. All right. And we want that. Now, late winter is here, which means we're going to be wrapping up this episode pretty quick. Going into next year, what are we going to do? That's a good question. Oh, the temperature's up. Gosh, we had a mild winter, I think. Look, it's 28. It may drop again. Do we want to keep making potatoes? I guess we could. We still have enough flax, and we have hides to make more clothing. We have plenty of grass, which is hay.
Hey!
Oats, potato, wheat. You know what? We'll go ahead and put this back onto flax production for the year. Because we've got the extra people. We'll set it up for flax. I don't know if we're going to man this field or not. I don't know. We'll see. Alright. Let's punch this in and get us through to at least freezing. Or beginning of early spring or what have you. And then we're going to call it quits for this episode. Oh, here comes the thaw. Here's freeze. All right, we're good. All right, folks. We're thawing out. That means we've made it through a year in this episode. It went a little longer than I thought it would, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give us a like. We appreciate your support. And hope you're enjoying the episodes and enjoying Life is Feudal Forest Village, now available on Steam. Share it with your friends. Let them know about the game. It's pretty cool. It's a beautiful game, really. I don't do it justice on this machine because I don't have the graphics fully cranked up because, this thing, it's a good laptop. It just won't do that much. You know, laptops and games don't typically go together. And subscribe to the channel. We appreciate our subscribers. I think I'm going to have to do a giveaway here pretty quick because we're over 100 now, and I really appreciate everyone coming on board. Be sure to check out our other series on Sim Airport and Planet Base. And we hope you've enjoyed this Feudal Friday. I'm A-Train. Take care. Take care of your neighbors, and think about helping the folks down in Houston and South Texas who got hit by Hurricane Harvey, and keep an eye on Hurricane Irma, which is out in the Atlantic churning along, and we're not real sure where it's going to go. So enjoy your weekend. Roll Tide. I'm A-Train. It's over, and I'm out.